This is Gus Burns, and I am the marijuana beat reporter with MLive, and we are at Exclusive Brands in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where the state marijuana regulatory agency with Director Andrew Brisboe are about to announce the issuance of the first 5 recreational licenses, including a grower license, a retail license, and we're in the first retail shop. And these will all be going active on December, or the retail shop could go active on December 1st. And there's also 2 owners of SCI Labs, which is a testing lab. And there is a event organizer from Kalkaska who was supposed to be here and apparently had a surgery, so could not make it. And they say they're going to issue him his license over Skype. And the company Exclusive Brands, they also have in addition to their retail location, they're going to get a license for a growing and processing facility. The processing facility is next door, part of the same building. The growing facility, I think they're licensed for 1,500 plants to begin with. They're hoping to extend that to about 15,000, I believe they told me, at some point. And this is their shop, so I will quiet down and get up here. They're going to do their presentation.
So just to kind of give everybody a little rundown as to how we're going to go through this, Andrew's going to just kind of bring the licensees forward and give them their licenses. And you guys are welcome to ask questions of anybody at any time. But after we do the licenses, I do want to get a gentleman on the phone. He's up in Traverse City in the hospital right now. He is one of the licensees, but he wasn't able to make it down here because he had emergency surgery. So we'll get him on the line, and I'll give you all his phone number so you can call him after the fact for your own interviews for that. So I'll just turn it over. Andrew, you can,
I appreciate that explanation because I didn't know what we were doing either, so that's what I'm going to go along. Well, this is kind of a historic moment here in Michigan to issue these first adult use licenses. So I'm happy to be a part of this. I'm happy to be here in Ann Arbor issuing these licenses. So first up, we have Exclusive Brands. We're issuing 3 licenses today for a retailer, a Class C marijuana grower, and a marijuana processor. I want to kind of get pictures of these. Maybe get some pictures of me hand them over to you. So there we are. Jump in here too. Yeah.
Omar, how does it
You
feel to
never
be
know
the
which
first?
one to look at.
Just kind of look in that direction.
Feels great to be the first to have licenses here in Michigan. Our exclusive team, everybody is very dedicated to being the first and very dedicated to the industry. We're really excited and really thankful.
Do you expect this will be open to the public on December 1st? And
Definitely.
what can customers expect?
A long line.
You said you had a waiting list. How long is your waiting list?
It's already accumulated to a few pages, but I think we're not going to have to call anybody and let them know what day we're opening for recreational.
And do you think you'll have enough product?
I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
I think we will be okay, but we're excited to see the response and just continue to move with the motions.
And we've been working on this for a while, and we've had plans and processes in place to ensure that we have enough product for both our medical patients and our recreational guests. So we're excited to see, and we'll always be growing, and we're hoping that we never want to sell out, but we'll be working and kind of rolling with the punches and adjusting as we need to.
Andrew, talk about the culmination of the last year since the vote.
There's been a lot of hard work that's gone into this from our team at the MRA in collaboration with stakeholders in the industry to make sure that we roll this program out as efficiently as possible to get us to this point of issuing licenses already. So we're issuing the first licenses before the deadline to even start accepting applications. So I think there's been a lot of work from a lot of people put in order to make sure that happens. So we're excited to allow this process to move forward. I think there's an opportunity here in Michigan for businesses and to serve the public and to move this industry into the regulated space where individuals can have safer access to these products. So I think it's an exciting time.
Can you explain the reasoning why you shifted it from waiting for the first growth cycle to allowing the transfers?
Yeah, I think we kept, all along, we wanted to look and see what the inventory looked like, what the process was looking like, and since we were ahead of schedule, we thought it was prudent to allow for some access into the adult use market while still tying that back to ensuring access on the medical side as well. We're issuing just a few licenses starting today, so I think we're going to see a gradual build up and roll out of this program, and we think it's a good opportunity for those that are in the business to be able to move products where the demand exists, always trying to encourage safety in the products that are available to the public, and to pull away from that illicit market and move people into the regulated space.
Can you give a better idea of the rollout? Like when will more businesses come on? When will?
Well, as you can see, we're moving quickly. So as soon as we get those applications approved, get the applicants to submit all the materials that are necessary, get those inspections done, I think we're going to continue to see licenses issued on an ongoing basis now. As you saw on the medical side, once we get things rolling, our agency moves very quickly. So I think we'll see lots of licenses issued in the short term here, and continue to evaluate not only applicants that are moving over from the medical space, but also those new applicants to the adult use market that we're present on the other side. We have one of those licenses issued today in just a couple of minutes. I'm excited about that as well. Let's get the guys from
How many
ESI up here.
licenses do you think you'll have issued by December 1?
Make some room behind it.
That's kind of tough to say. That depends on a lot of factors, but we're going to continue to process those that come in. So I said before, I think we'll have a good dozen or so, but that large part depends on municipalities opting in and getting us the validations as well. So that's kind of a slow process. And none of this process works in the supply chain, without our commitment to safe consumer access. That's part of the MRA mission as well. And these gentlemen play a critical role in that. So I'm happy to issue you guys at PSI the first license for a marijuana safety compliance facility in the adult use market as well.
And what does this license mean for you guys?
We're really excited. We've been serving the patients and caregivers since May 2015. We got our medical license. We were one of the first two testing labs to get a license under the MMFLA. Now we're really excited to be the first testing lab to get it under adult use. We've worked really hard to get to this point. So it's a really exciting moment for us.
Absolutely, really proud of the team we've got over there. A number of very smart and hardworking individuals helped make the lab what it is and helped us get to this point that we're at right now. So very happy to continue on and help Michigan and MRA with their goal of creating the best cannabis system available in the country to provide safe access to quality medicine and recreational cannabis products for everyone in the state.
What kind of backlog are you operating under now, and how is that going to be exacerbated with rec?
So generally, our turnaround time is 7 to 10 business days. Right now we have 25 employees. Next week we'll have 27. We generally buy new instrumentation on an as-needed basis to keep up with the demand, and we plan to keep doing that.
One thing I've noticed is none of you are backed by these huge companies that people worry about coming into the state. Do you mind sharing a little bit of your background and how you got into this industry?
Sure. So I'm an attorney by trade. I was working in medical marijuana before I started doing this, medical marijuana defense, here in Michigan. And I knew Lev since we were in middle school. Lev was finishing a postdoc. And so when he would come back into town, we just started talking about the possibility of starting a testing lab. We saw the need for it, kind of the lack of just the need and the demand, and it eventually became a reality.
My background's in chemistry. Saw this as an opportunity to apply what I've been learning in school, to a new and exciting industry that I also already had a lot of interest in to begin with. So it's been a great experience and just a really cool opportunity to kind of be on the cutting edge of new science and new discoveries and things that have been sort of stifled for a long time as research that are now finally being opened up, fortunately, by states such as Michigan that are pioneering this process. So it's a really unparalleled opportunity, I think, in science. So something I feel very privileged to be a part of.
I actually come from the automotive industry. I spent a decade owning and operating car dealerships. And I was looking for a new industry to put my all into, and I actually relocated here to Michigan, where I have some family and friends. Was very excited about the movement and having a positive impact. So
I'm gonna bring Tom on the line here. Tom is in a hospital room up in northern Michigan. He was supposed to be here with us today, but he is recovering from emergency surgery last night. He said I could share that with you. So, but Tom, I'm gonna accept your license on your behalf, and we'll put it in the mail for you.
In case you want to see it, this is what it looks like. Looks like every other license, but this is kind of exciting. You are being granted the first marijuana event organizer license, which is the first license of this type. It's the first license that's created under the rules, under the adult use program that we're going to be issuing to your company, RL Solutions LLC. Sorry you couldn't be here with us, but hopefully you're still excited. We'll just throw it in the mail. All right, or David, are you going to drive it up there?
Yeah, no.
Remember, we decided. But it's an exciting opportunity to issue this first license for an event organizer in the state.
Do you have anything that you want to say?
Yeah, I'm just honored to have this license. I'm excited to bring cannabis into the from a private type use thing into public events, and seems like the sky's the limit, and it's very exciting to see what type of opportunities this could bring.
What type of public events are you going to be scheduling?
Well, anywhere from be available for private bookings to festivals. We're working with our local municipality up in Kalkaska right now on working on music and arts festivals, educational type events, and also working towards working towards our public or launches for products. We're also a Class C medical grow. We'll have a Class C, hopefully recreational license here soon. And we'd like to offer our services to our other associates in the industry in order to roll out products to the public in special events.
Well, Tom, I'm glad that you're feeling better and continue on your road to recovery. We'll be in touch, and we'll get this license to you up in the mail.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
When you're looking at the licenses you'll be granting between now and December 1st, are you thinking at all about any geographic priorities you're going to have so that it's not all concentrated in one part of the state?
No, we are processing those as they come in. The majority of the applications we're getting are still pre-qualifications, so they're really not necessarily tied to a specific location. And ultimately, because we have to process them within 90 days, they're all getting processed fairly quickly. And I think in large part, the way we're seeing licenses come in, it's in large part based on where the municipalities have allowed and are willing to attest that they're eligible. So I think that's kind of dictating how we move through the process.
And what do you do about the dispensaries in Detroit that got in before the city council voted on their opt-out for the moment?
Yes, we have to keep looking at those applications, and that's going to be true. I think in a lot of municipalities that the timing is always going to be critical. When the applications were received, what the ordinances look like, and how we can validate, compliance with all the other regulations and the statute that are in place.
Can we get everybody lined up here for a picture with all of the licensees and Andrew over here?
Not going to get Tom back on the phone.
We haven't heard much about micro businesses. How big of has that been part of the application process?
Well, it is. I don't think we've received one yet, but remember, anyone, presumably most who would apply for a micro business application would be new licensees, so they're probably in that pre-qualification stage and might not have submitted that phase 2 yet. Okay. That's what we'd always encourage, was to take that in 2 steps.
You guys got your licenses? Hold it up there.
I'll share my.
Any other questions?
What time do you open on December 1st?
10 a.m. 10 to 9 every day.
You guys have any Christmas specials?
Sure we will.
We have a grand opening this Friday and Saturday, actually.
Yep, it's a patient appreciation day and a grand opening for our new store.
And I'm sorry, how
Newly
long is this,
remodeled store.
how long has this store been open?
About
3 weeks.
days.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
All right, so that's probably about it. So if you're just tuning in, today was the announcement of the first 5 recreational marijuana business licenses. There's a grower, processor, and retailer, and that is where I am at Exclusive Brands in Ann Arbor. And then they've also brought here SCI Labs, which is a testing lab, and where all the products and marijuana goes before to get sample tested before hitting these shelves. And then the last person who was Skyped in via cell phone from a hospital bed up in Kalkaska area, he is going to be an event organizer and said that he hopes to produce events to help people launch products, and he also wants to involve, I guess, marijuana at festivals and community events. So that's about it. This is Gus Burns, the Marijuana Beat Reporter with MLive, and feel free to send me any questions at fburns@mlive.com. I appreciate it. Thanks.